Brian McKnight here. There's been a lot of discussion online lately about how I talk about my family on social media. Typically, I prefer not to give attention to the internet trolls, but now my family is being harassed online and accosted in public, apparently because some people can't handle seeing my happily ever after.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to your girl. Now, guys, I want to get right into the video because as I was looking for clips for this video, this man, guys, had my blood boiling. I'm telling you. Now, Brian, I thought I got your Diablo, Lucifer-looking ass together. Not once, but twice. But apparently, we're doing this again. How is it even possible that your ass has managed to come up with some more diabolical bullshit? It's beyond me. Brian, I said the same thing in the 2 videos I already made about you. I really liked you. I love your music, knew every song, all that talent, but that spirit, dark as charcoal. You really messed this up, Brian. You really did. Despicable. Yes, guys, I am coming in hot and I am going in today. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Now, for the people that are not up to date and have been living under a rock and still think that Brian McKnight is this lovely R&B singer with this angelic voice and really touching the people and can't do no wrong, this is your wake-up call. That ship has sailed. That man is crazy now, guys. And he belongs to the dark side, allegedly. I am sorry to burst your bubble, and I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but if you didn't know yet, you are in for a rude awakening. Now, if you missed all the foolishness that this man pulled in these last couple of years, I really advise you guys to look at my previous videos. I'm going to put them up here. Look at them. And then come back to this one. Because I gave a full rundown on everything that has been going on. And you know, whenever I make a video, I include all the receipts. So you better go and watch these videos. But in short, this man did not only abandon his whole entire family, and I can already hear the people say, he did not abandon his family, Deb. It went a little bit different. He abandoned them. Yes? He started cheating early on his ex-wife, had a whole nother apartment with a whole nother, I wanted to say a curse word, with a whole nother lady in the apartment.
The boys and I came home from a vacation and we didn't even realize he had gotten us a new apartment. I was apparently getting moved out. I had no idea.
Wait a minute, hold up. He put you out of your house?
We were asked to move after we returned from a vacation, and that's in the book too.
So Brian McKnight, no. We're gonna get this book. You went on vacation with his kids.
Yes, we spent the summer every year in North Carolina with my family.
When you did your yearly, I'm going to the summer to spend because you on the road doing what you want to do, you come back and he says, I want to move you out of the house you've been keeping for years into an apartment with y'all 2 kids.
Yes, he found a great little townhouse for us, not far from where he was, and we moved into there maybe a few days after we got back from North Carolina.
Did you see this coming?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That sorry son of a bitch.
His ex-wife left his ass. Good for her, good riddance. So that's how it started. But then he took really good care of his kids because she never negated the fact that he was a good father way back when. Or what is good, but as good as he could be as an, R&B singer always on the road.
Could marry your daughter and make her my wife. I want her to be the only girl that I love for the rest of my life, and give her the best of me till the day that I die. Yeah, I'm gonna marry a princess and make her my queen. She'll be the most beautiful bride that I've ever seen. I can't wait to smile as she walks down the aisle on the arm of her father, on the day that I marry your daughter.
Now, he took care of his kids, but the kids grew older. Let him tell it, very entitled. These are his words. Looking for handouts and having that baby boy complex. We're talking about his 2 older sons. I'm not even talking about the other kids that he has walking around. I'm talking about these 2 sons. So at some point, he was like, I'm going to cut you off in a year or whatever. And he did just that. Now, I hear people say, That is a good thing because you shouldn't enable your children or whatever. The cutoff that you and me are thinking about is not the cutoff that he gave them. Cutting them off meant cutting them out of his life. Okay. So he started a new family too. And Kaylani, that is his new wife, has, a bunch of kids. Now his kids, he calls them his kids. This is his family.
My wife Leilani and I have been together over a decade and married for almost 7 years. Naturally, I became Julia and Jack's father with the blessing of their biological father, and we became a family. What is a part of her is a part of me also. I have my own personal father-daughter and father-son relationships with them, and as their father, I have the privilege of loving them, molding them, guiding them, and nurturing them alongside their mom, and bringing them to adulthood, frankly, has been one of the greatest pleasures of my life. At dinner one night recently, I asked them both why they respect and love me so much. I asked them, was it the cars or the trips all over the world, or was it maybe the homes we live in? And you want to know what they both said? They said, because you're my dad, and all we want to do is make you proud. Notice, it's not you're my stepdad, it's just dad. Julia graduated with honors, getting her master's at Emory, and is in her residency on her way to becoming an anesthesiologist. And Jack is in his senior year at Colorado, graduating with 2 degrees. We'll be headed to law school next fall. And now that Junior is here, they're so excited to see him grow up the same way that they did. Proud father doesn't even come close to describing how I feel. How successful a child is directly proportional to how they've been parented. But be clear, even if they didn't have all these accomplishments, I would be proud and grateful simply because they exist.
And he sat around one day, it was like, you know what? I don't want the other kids no more. I'm going to put all the receipts up on the screen. And not only that, he was like, I called my first son Brian McKnight Jr. But now that Kalani is pregnant, I think I want my youngest son, because he knew he was having a son. I want my youngest son to have that Junior name. How am I going to do this? So he sat around, he was thinking. He was like, I got it. I am going to take her last name so that the younger one could have Junior. So that he doesn't have the same name as his first son, Junior, anymore. That was one of the first diabolical things, that happened. Aside from him not wanting his first family anymore, that the second thing blew my socks off. You still want to go to his concert? Then he went on a rampage of posting his new children. He started posting, pictures of his son, mind you, stepson, and his daughter and whatever, and how proud he is, buying them cars and whatever. Meanwhile, his second son of his first ever relationship, his first marriage, was battling cancer. Now let Julie McKnight, his ex-wife, tell it. Like there's something really dark over him, like some black magic stuff. So, but allegedly, I don't know. But this is super weird. But he is super weird. But I digress. Let's continue. So if this all that I just told you wasn't enough to cancel his entire ass, your ticket sales also went down with a quickness. So much so that the only shows that were really popping were his shows in Europe and are his shows in Europe. And you know why? They didn't catch on yet. Let me tell you, your voice still impeccable. Like nothing can take that from you. That voice and your musicality and the way you play the piano, it is great, but I can't think about that anymore. It is a totally different person to me. That person I don't know, he's gone. So meanwhile, your son was battling with cancer. It was so heartbreaking to see. Meanwhile, your ass was ghost, missing, just prancing around with the tropical family of yours. Prancing around, like we always see, just as proud as you could be.
Is Leilani's father, but he's not my father-in-law. He's my father. I am not his son-in-law. I am his son. And one of the great responsibilities of a father is, as your parents get older, you're a father to your children, but you also become a parent in some ways to your parents. And this is one of the greatest fathers that I've ever seen. The things that I've seen you do, Papa, not just as a father, but as a person. You say what you're going to do, you do it. You mean the things that you say. You are the most trustworthy, the most sincerest, just your heart is so full and you are so giving, Papa, that I wanted to highlight you this week for Father's Fridays because I love you. You are my dad, and here's to you.
Meanwhile, this kid was struggling in a hospital bed. So then your son passed away. And if we thought we had seen it all, oh no, we had not. Your ass was MIA at that funeral. We couldn't believe. When that news came out, people were in uproar. He wasn't there. Your brother even had to come out and give a very nice message to his now deceased nephew. But then you had the audacity to take your long, piano-ass looking fingers to type a message for your son. I think it was a month after he got buried or the same day, and that message to me was shady as hell.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined.
And after you posted that message, it went quiet for a minute. But you know what they say, guys? The devil stays busy. And boy, oh boy, was I right. So your Grinch-looking ass came back. But this time, you decided to go beast mode. As a true clown, straight out of a horror movie, you decided to turn your camera on and start hop-skipping like a madman, telling us you conned your ex-wife. Okay, let me retract conned. But allegedly, out of $8 million.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. That from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Miko again. Do not call Miko again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period.
Again, people were in an uproar. $8 million. Julie McKnight, that gone through so much with this man. Not only infidelity, but everything with her son, the disrespect, you know, the oh my God, losing her son. And now she has to pay this diabolical man, $8 million? But in true Deb's Unfiltered fashion, I didn't jump on the internet. I waited. You know why? Because I knew your ass was lying. And I could already hear the people. How do you know, Deb, that Julie is telling the truth? How do you? It's in the eyes. Oh my God, guys, he is lying.
That is not the truth. There has been no judgment. I am able to say that. He did not win. There has been no judgment. The case is pending. I, at this point, have submitted more documents to case than even the other side has. I want it over with. There has been no call from a judge. There has been no settlement awarded.
So what's he referencing?
He's referencing some, who knows?
So this isn't like one of those legal technicalities. You're saying
absolutely not.
You're saying just he hasn't won.
No,
because we came on the internet. I hear your voicemail. I see the image. I see him celebrating. He looked a little.
The fact that he did that on my brother's first birthday of passing should be where this all ends.
It should be where it ends, and the fact that is not true.
If that doesn't prove the narcissistic strategy behind just trying to be a dick, clicking your heels on the internet. What the fuck? What's wrong with you, bro?
It was scary, bizarre.
Yeah.
Does that seem like someone that y'all should take as a credible source of information with all things considered? I beg y'all, man.
Please, I do.
Dig a little deeper.
You see why some women lose all their sanity and their hair? Especially if they don't have a tribe around them. Oh, it's over. And yes, in true Darth Vader fashion, your ass came back.
So then at some point you file a defamation lawsuit. What is that?
Well, we got to start sort of before that.
Okay.
So that post was in 2019. It's been 6 years of this nonsense.
Right.
Everything that I've just told you has been sitting on my page. And that's when I said that I disowned them, because You can't try to ruin my name.
Yeah.
Try to ruin everything that I built and then think you're going to inherit. I think people don't understand what these terms mean. And you, somebody who's created something, understands that when you die, someone is going to inherit.
Right.
You get to decide who those people or persons are going to be. Why in the world? I see people say this all the time. There's nothing my children could do. I was like,
I disagree.
That's what I did. I chose and I've chosen who's going to inherit.
So is there any possibility of reconciling, right? Let's say, for example, hypothetically, that they get their lives together and they take care of their business and responsibility and then they apologize. Do you ever see yourself ever coming back from that? Or do you just want to completely wash your hands because it's almost like enough is enough?
The time has come and gone for that.
Yeah.
How would you know that someone is actually sincere if they've doubled down and tripled down, quadrupled down, even as of today? There's no coming back.
Guys, this man gives me goosebumps, and not in a good way. Let me tell you this. And imagine, I had every CD of this guy, knew every song. And this is what it has come to. Brian, let me tell you something right now, because clearly the people around you don't have the guts. You are out here acting like the villain in your own family story, and you have become the nightmare version of the man we once respected, weaponizing your platform, your voice, and your followers to rewrite a narrative that your own blood is contradicting.
He said he believes that Nico's death was preventable and that you all martyred him.
Do you understand how unbelievable that is?
That when I heard that,
As
there's no other way to explain that as a mom than diabolical.
Yeah, it's evil.
That is evil. The diagnosis, which I want a lot of people to understand, that when young people are diagnosed with colon cancer, by the time they're diagnosed, they are stage 4. So when the comment was made that he was diagnosed and then he was dead.
Right. He said that the evidence shows that if you catch it at stage 1,
he was diagnosed at stage.
If you catch it.
If you catch it.
Give it a couple of months. Your legacy is not even your music anymore. To me, this is darkness, ego, cruelty, pure wickedness with a pinch of R&B. Well, the small pinch that you have left. And the saddest part, Brian, is you did it willingly. Because let me tell you, I don't care what my kid has done. To go to this measure where you completely erase, where your child begged you to tell him you loved him before he dies, and you couldn't even do that.
One of the darkest and coldest and most disheartening memories of my life is the day my brother calls me sobbing with all that he's going through, looking death in the eye, to tell me I'm right about telling him not to call my father. Because I knew what was going to happen. Because I knew where my dad was. I told him, my dad is gone. Dad's gone. All my brother wanted and needed, asked for, was my father to tell him that he loves him. My father responds to my brother that I can't arbitrarily say that I love you.
Right.
But this is the man that wanted to help him. This is the man that was so willing to be there, that was so willing to help my brother stay alive.
I'm sorry, I have to ask that again because
No, you heard it right. I can't arbitrarily tell you I love you. My brother's dying of cancer. This was the first time he was terminal.
First time he
This was before his wife, Carla, saved his life. Cold calling doctors.
Yeah.
You chose this, and you got to live with this. This wickedness will bite you back in your ass, and you will be back at 1. Remember, I told you this, Brian, and don't come in my comments telling me, don't wish something upon some, because it will not come to me. I rebuke. It will not, because I didn't do the things he did. Brian. Guys, listen. Tell me what you thought about this video. Are you planning to go to his concert? Let me know in the comments, because I am surely not going. Who's with me? Please. Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if your blood was boiling as well. I will see you in the next video. The next video is politics, guys. We are going to get in Erica Kirk's ass. See you in the next one. Peace.